Jen Piacenti with Fantasy Alarm. Welcome back to the Hot Corner. Doctor finds no issues with DeGrom's right shoulder. Had to start off with some great news. Feeling better? Okay, yeah, he's still got to get a second opinion, but let's just take a second to celebrate this beast of a man whose ERA is .54 and whose batting average is .423, and he's probably gonna be okay. He has 2 more runs batted in than runs allowed this season. That's unreal. And truth be told, it's not just DeGrom that's getting it done in Queens. It's the entire starting rotation. The Mets starting staff has pitched to an ERA of a combined 2.72. That's the best in baseball. And batting average against, .204. Also, the best in baseball. They're perched atop the NL East with a .583 win percentage, and that's clearly how they're getting it done, since they have scored the 5th least runs per game in all of baseball, only 3.88. Now, imagine if they had Noah Syndergaard and Carlos Carrasco healthy, or Michael Conforto or Jeff McNeil were healthy, or Francisco Lindor were just average. Are the Mets the best team in New York? This message sponsored by Steve Cohen for a better rivalry. More good news! Vlad Guerrero is finally all we hoped he could be. Oh man, we have been waiting for this. Vlad is simply smoking the ball every chance he gets. He's finally elevating it, and with the 54% hard hit rate, 15% barrel rate, and a 117 max exit velo in the top 1% of the league, it only follows he leads the MLB with home runs with 22, half of which were total no-doubters. Better yet, his .343 batting average and his expected batting average are in the top 1% of the league. It's awfully exciting in Toronto, or Dunedin, Buffalo, whatever. But you know what else is exciting? Patrick Wisdom. Okay, maybe this one is a fluke, but I talked about him a few weeks ago and he's still getting it done. I mean, I have no real idea how, but he's batting .322 with 9 home runs and 59 at-bats on the season. And for the month of June, he's batting .273 with 6 home runs. That's just over the last 2 weeks. See, this is exciting for me. When you can get a player off the wire that goes on this kind of a tear, well, that's when we really start having fun. Now, the not so good news. Had to get there eventually. Yes, sticky stuff. Are you tired of it yet? We lost Tyler Glasnow this week to a torn UCL, which he claims is due to having to change his grip because he couldn't use sunscreen. I mentioned in last week's video, I was worried that pitchers would have issues not being able to use anything. I mean, because they've used things their entire careers. They've always pitched that way, and it's been widely accepted. So I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. It stinks, friends. Plain and simple, I'm sorry if you lost Glasnow. I'm sorry if you lost Bieber and Flaherty. It's been a rough week, and I imagine it could get rougher. In their last starts, 3 aces had their worst starts of the year. Corbin Burns, Shane Bieber, and Trevor Bauer all blew up versus bottom 10 teams, and they all lost RPM on their pitches. It's going to get choppy, so just hang on. The only good news is Dylan Bundy can't get any worse, I hope. Now, if you need a replacement, you could consider Vladimir Gutierrez of Cincinnati. In 23 innings pitched, he has 3 wins and 1 loss and a nice 2.74 ERA. He's not a high strikeout pitcher, but he does limit hard contact. He's top 6% in the league at that, and he doesn't give up the long ball. He's only given up 2 home runs in 4 starts, and he has an excellent strikeout to walk ratio. He's still available in 72% of Yahoo leagues. After being moved to the bullpen, Christian Javier is someone else you may find available that could be of use. The Astros are going into a 20-game stretch, and they will be moving to a 6-man rotation. Javier will likely be piggybacking with Odorizzi, which means he'll be set up for some wins or even holds or even saves, and he can help your ratios. Javier is striking out more than 10.5 batters per 9, and he has a season ERA of 3.06. Okay, bats. Anthony Santander is only 46% rostered in Yahoo leagues, and Baltimore seems to be heating up a bit. I love to have bats that are in Camden Yards anytime I can. His hard hit rate is in the 71st percentile, his max exit velo is in the 88th, and his expected batting average of 287 suggests he's hitting the ball well, but his luck could be changing for the better. Outfielders have been spare on the wire this year, so consider Santander if you need one now. Okay. Finally, if you need a replacement for Alex Bregman, who just went on the 10-day IL for a hammy, well, I'm going to stick with the Camden Yards theme here. Michael Franco was batting .280 and slugging .540 with 3 home runs and 10 RBI over the past 2 weeks. His max exit velocity is in the 84th percentile of the league, so perhaps he's streamable for the next few weeks until you get Breggy back. He's available in 94% of Yahoo leagues. And one more red dimension before I wrap it up. He's a corner option. Jonathan India is available in 60% of Yahoo leagues. He's fast, he takes his walks, he plays every day, he bats leadoff, and he's hitting .313 with 4 doubles and 2 home runs during the month of June. For more fantasy baseball content, including seasonal DFS and our winning DFS lineup generator, be sure to get the Fantasy Alarm MLB Pro package. Use code JEN for 50% off today.